Thank you very much, Janet. It's a joy to look out and see faces, almost all of them masked. I hope for a day soon that will change, as I'm sure you all do. And having a symbol of love in our community means a lot to me. It's so easy to look at people's differences and jump to judgment and hate. But if we really look across the aisle, we look across this room, and we see the diversity that is in this room, we can do nothing other than love as human beings one to another. And that's my heart's desire as we look at this sculpture. And I know that many, many people were involved with bringing this to Lynnwood. And I love that it's at the entrance to Lynnwood. People that have come from places far away come, and it's one of the first visual signs they see. And it's my goal and my hope that this sculpture will embrace our community. So I did want to go through a little bit of history here. This project grew out of a workshop called For the Love of Lynnwood in 2016. And in that workshop, people talked about Lynnwood being a lovable city. I've got to say, I've lived in Lynnwood most of my life, and I never thought about a city being lovable. I've often thought about a city being livable, that we provide the streets and the lights and the infrastructure and the police department and the fire department, but to me it was livable until about 10 years ago, and I started to see it with a different lens. And that's my hope, is that we will continue to see our city through someone else's lens, whether it be my neighbor or the person down the street. So the idea of creating a lovable city through public art, strong neighborhoods, and community projects, the more that we come together, the more we realize how truly alike we are, that we're really not all that different from the person sitting next to us. So in 2018, Convention Center General Manager Sarah Blaine and the City of Lynnwood staff member Fred Wong, I saw Fred here, where are you at? Fred hanging out in the back. They started to brainstorm ideas that would carry the Love of Lynnwood theme, not just for that year or that time, but into the future. And that was also the brainchild of History and Heritage Commissioner Sherry Ryan, right there. Sherry Ryan. It was her idea to display a sculpture similar to works of art in Amsterdam and other cities. Isn't it great that we can learn from other countries? We don't have to say, oh, we're just going to be Lynnwood and we're only going to embrace the ideas that are Lynnwood's, but we can learn from other cultures and other people. So our local artist, BK Choi, and I've seen him right there. What a great creative mind you must have. He drew from his experience of growing up in Lynnwood, and he also talked with Betty Lou Gang. And where's Betty Lou? Right there. I used to love reading her articles in the newspaper that talked about the history of Lynnwood, and even though I grew up here, she went back further than that and told stories of how Lynnwood came into being, and to have that history represented here and partnering with BK has been awesome. So I also want to thank the Arts Commission and the History and Heritage Board for supporting this project. As you know, nothing in government gets done quickly. We take time, and we take whatever time we have to get things done sometimes that we think, oh, the city should be able to do something overnight. But government rarely works that way. But also, I'd also like to thank Janet Pope and the Convention Center staff and the wonderful treats, of which some are gluten-free, for hosting our celebration. And I love Lynnwood, I love being a part of this community, and I hope you do too. Thank you.